What are the divine qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Let's find out in this episode today. Namaste, Haribol. I, Vijayalakshmi, welcome you all back to another enlightening episode of Pauzeitive. We have new series, Shri Krishna, the Abode of Wonderful Qualities, going on Pauzeitive as well as on Pauzeitive Hindi, both my podcast. So today, see, I have discussed it in my previous episode as well, that I was having this question that how can we fall in love with Shri Krishna unless and until we know him well? I think it's hard for some to fall in love with him. So here I am at your service, helping us all. Even I'll be learning today. Reference has been taken from Srimad Bhagavatam. So I'll be discussing very quickly. I'll be covering today 21 qualities of Shri Krishna. We have 64 qualities of Shri Krishna. Although he is limitless, there are infinite number of qualities. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, the holy scripture, the authorized text, we have 64 qualities. And the number one quality of Shri Krishna is beautiful bodily features. It is said that Krishna's face is as beautiful as the moon. His thighs are powerful, just like the trunks of elephants. His arms are just like two pillars. His palms are expanded like lotus flowers. His chest is like a doorway. His hips are tense, and the middle of his body is a terrace. So he has beautiful bodily features. Second quality is he has auspicious characteristics. So there are 32 auspicious symptoms that he possesses on his body. He is pleasing. The third quality of Shri Krishna is that he is pleasing. Beautiful bodily features which automatically attract the eyes are called ruchira, pleasing. So Krishna attracts and he is very pleasing. Effulgent. The effulgence pervading the universe is considered to be the rays of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The supreme abode of Krishna is always throwing off the effulgence known as Brahma Jyoti, and that effulgence is emanating from his body. So, fourth quality of Shri Krishna is that he is effulgent. Fifth quality, Krishna is strong. So, there is a passage in Srimad Bhagavatam where one gopi says, "O my dear devotees of Lord Krishna, may the left hand of Lord Krishna, which has lifted Govardhan hill like a ball, save you from all the dangers." See, we have discussed in our one of the previous episodes Krishna's Govardhan Leela, that how at the age of 7 years he lifted gigantic Govardhan hill with his left hand, the pinky finger's nail of his left hand. And that is beautiful, one of my favorite pastimes. And I have been to Govardhan Dham. It's beautiful. You should definitely go there and do the circumambulation whenever you are blessed with that. Sixth quality is ever youthful. Krishna is beautiful at his different ages, namely his childhood, his boyhood, and his youth. Out of these three, his youth is the reservoir of all pleasures and is the time when the highest varieties of devotional service are acceptable. At that age, Krishna is full with all transcendental qualities and is engaged in his transcendental pastimes. Therefore, devotees have accepted the beginning of his youth as the most attractive feature in ecstatic love. Haribol. Seventh quality is Krishna is a wonderful linguist. He talks to demigods in Sanskrit. He talks to his people in Vrindavan in the local language. He talks to even birds and animals in their language. So he knows every language. And in fact, I just recorded my Hindi episode on Pauzeitive Hindi, and I was discussing the same qualities, and I mentioned that how when I was a kid, I used to wonder that how come God can understand someone who is sitting in Russia and praying in a Russian language? How come God understands German language? So I actually found the answer that how he does that. He is a linguist, a wonderful linguist. So he knows all these languages. And the best thing is that he understands our silence. Sometimes we just don't have to say anything and God will answer us. So that's the seventh quality, that he is wonderful linguist. Eighth quality is Krishna is truthful. Now I'm showing you my book also, so that this is not something that I have made in my head. It's in our Shastras, our authorized scriptures. It's written, it is true. So Krishna is truthful. That's his another quality, that he never breaks his promise. He promised Mother Kunti that I will bring back all your 5 sons. He did that. Ninth quality is he is a pleasing talker. A person who can speak sweetly even with his enemy just to pacify him is called a pleasing talker. Krishna was such a pleasing talker that after defeating his enemy Kalya in the water of the Yamuna, he said, "My dear king of the snakes, although I have given you so much pain, please do not be dissatisfied with me. It is my duty to protect these cows which are worshipped even by the demigods. Only in order to save them from the danger of your presence have I obliged to banish you from this place." Now, coming from my mouth, it might not sound as sweet and like nectar as it did from Krishna's mouth, but he is God, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I'm just trying to convey what he is like from our Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is fluent, a person who can speak meaningful words with all politeness and good qualities is called fluent. Krishna is that. Quality number 11. He is highly learned. Now, I think that learning doesn't stop after school, and a person who is truly learned will not just have the education but the moral principles also. So, the mixture of two, only when you are morally correct and you have that education, you can be truly learned. Krishna is having that quality. He is highly intelligent, meaning he has fine discretion and a very sharp memory. Quality number 13th is he is a genius. A person is called a genius when he can refute any kind of opposing element with newer and newer arguments. So, there has been a story that has been described uh, backing up the statement that Krishna is genius, but we already know that the one who has created everything and the one who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead actually possesses all these qualities. Quality number 14th is he is artistic. You, you can tell a person who is artistic by the way they talk, by the way they walk, by the way they dress up, right? All these fashionistas or content creators or any kind of person, artistic person, you can tell that, oh, you have these qualities, you are an artist. So the way Krishna dresses up, the way Krishna walks, it speaks out that Krishna is artistic. Krishna is clever. He can perform various tasks simultaneously, and he is clever. He is expert. He can very quickly execute a difficult task, showing that he possesses the quality of an expert. Krishna is grateful. That's another quality of him. He himself has said in Mahabharata that when I was away from Draupadi, she cried with the words, Hey Govinda. This call for me has put me in her debt, and that indebtedness is gradually increasing in my heart. This statement by Krishna gives evidence of how one can please the Supreme Lord simply by addressing him. Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda. That's why the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is also simply an address to the Lord and his energy. So, to anyone who is constantly engaged in addressing the Lord and his energy, we can imagine how much the Supreme Lord is obliged. It is impossible for the Lord to ever forget such a devotee. It is clearly stated in this verse that anyone who addresses the Lord immediately attracts the attention of the Lord, who always remains obliged to him. Now, just imagine the power that when we are thinking of the Lord, when we are chanting his holy name, he is being attracted to us. The all attractive is being attracted to us. We go to a concert and we see the singer, we see the artist performing, and the moment he looks and our gaze locks, we feel special, don't we? Now just imagine the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, looking at us because he is attracted by us. Oh God. I don't think what will happen at that time when Shri Krishna gets attracted to us. When he looks down and say, Hey Vijayalakshmi, you are attracting me. I mean, I would like to live that. Hari bol, Hari bol. So this is beautiful. This is hashtag goals. 18th quality, Krishna is determined. He never break his promise. He will always protect his devotees in every circumstance. And that's what he did. He delivered Parijat flower to Satyabhama, one of his wives. He delivered Draupadi at the time of need. He promised Arjuna and he protected Arjuna, and not just Arjun, but all the Pandavas. So this shows that he is determined. 19th quality is he is an expert judge of time and circumstances. Krishna is very expert in dealing with people according to circumstances, country, time, and paraphernalia. So he knows what he's up to. Seer by the authority of the scriptures is another quality, and this is what I found interesting is, see, why reading authorized books is important. Why is it that I have made a whole podcast, that too in two languages, Hindi and English, on Srimad Bhagavatam and talking about Shri Krishna and all that I talk of? Why? Because can you see a bacteria with your naked eyes? No. We need a microscope. So with that microscope, we can see what we are not able to with our naked eye. It gives a clear vision and we get more clarity, we become learned. Likewise, we need the vision that our authorized books are providing us, the great holy scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, the Puranas, right? So the vision that we are gaining from reading authorized books pushes us even more closer to the truth. We understand Shri Krishna better. We start loving him. That's all. We do not need anything else. The moment we start living, we start loving Shri Krishna, rest everything is secondary. 21st quality is that Shri Krishna is pure. So there are two kinds of supreme purity. One type is possessed. One is able to deliver a sinful person. When the other type is possessed, one does not do anything which is impure. A person who possesses either of these qualities is called supremely pure. So one is able to deliver a sinful person, and second is one does not do anything which is impure. So any person who has any of these, either of these, is pure. Krishna is both. He can deliver all sinful conditioned souls, and at the same time, he never does anything by which he can be contaminated. That is great. Now I'm reading what's written after this, that in this connection, Vidur, while trying to detach his elder brother Dhritarashtra from his familial attachments, said, now, Vidur is someone who is very wise. So what he's telling his elder brother is, my dear brother, you just fix your mind on the lotus feet of Krishna, who is worshipped with beautiful, erudite verses by great sages and saintly persons. Krishna is the supreme deliverer among all deliverers. Undoubtedly, there are great demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, but their positions as deliverers depend upon the mercy of Shri Krishna. Therefore, Vidur advised his elder brother Dhritarashtra, very important, to concentrate his mind and worship only Krishna. If one simply chants the holy name of Krishna, this holy name will rise within one's heart like the powerful sun and will immediately dissipate all the darkness of ignorance. Vidur advised Dhritarashtra to therefore think always of Krishna, so that the volumes of contaminations due to sinful activities would be washed off immediately. In Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna is addressed by Arjun as Param Brahma, Param Dham, Pavitram, the supreme pure. So we have discussed 21 qualities of Shri Krishna in this episode today. The idea behind is to fall in love with Krishna. We have in total 64 qualities of Shri Krishna. We'll be covering 21 another qualities of Shri Krishna in the next episode. New episodes go live every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Spotify. Pauzeitive Hindi mein bhi uplabdh hai, is also available in Hindi by the name Pauzeitive Hindi. Feel free to comment down your favorite quality of Shri Krishna, or if you would like me to elaborate any of the qualities that we have discussed in this episode. I'll see you next Wednesday. Till then, let's take a pause and remember that we belong to Shri Krishna, and let's wash our sinful activities by taking more and more of the Lord's holy name. Namaste, Hari Bol, Radhe Radhe.